Hey guys, Pix here from 1036. Today I wanted to do some general training. I think a lot of people are not familiar with general training and their generals are not at their Monarch level, and it's actually quite important to have your generals at the same level. So how does it work? And I mean, the biggest thing is really you don't want to use your experience tokens here. Not necessarily. I mean, I have tons. I could do it. But honestly, if I used it on one general or two generals, then I would be out. So I have way more generals that I want to train. So let's prepare. First steps, you can choose the order, of course, but things to think about is change your Monarch gear to general training, meaning all siege. So the importance for general training is you only can use siege because you are not losing any troops that way. If you're using any other troop, they will die, and they will die for good. So they will not go to your hospital, they will not go to your holy palace or anywhere. So they're gone. And I think I even have, oh yeah, I have a general training Monarch gear combination. So what does it look like? It is siege machine attack, siege machine HP, and siege machine defense. So these are the important ones. The rest you can choose as you wish. I feel like march speed makes the most sense because it gets your troops home faster. I mean, you're sitting really close to your sub-city and you won't necessarily need the march speed, but if your march is slow, it does help. So march speed is the best one, and here you can choose whatever you like and produce something in your city that you need the most. Up to you. This one really doesn't matter. So siege machine attack, HP, defense is what you will need. And then you can actually, if you have Blazons, you can go also into your Blazons. That's Academy, Archer Camp here. Go to your Blazons and choose attack, the attack set. If you don't, so these are all at level 1, nothing spectacular, and I probably don't have anything. This is in rally. See, I don't really have anything. Let's see what I have in my. Nope. I guess I didn't save anything for siege here. Nope. Alright. Let's just equip stuff. Wow, I really don't have a whole lot. What do I want? I want honesty because that is the attacking. That'll help me in losing less troops, or I mean, I don't want to lose any troops, but having a better, a more effective march. So, honesty, so do I have anything good? Marching, siege, defense, that's good. Let's do the marching, siege, defense. Honesty, what do I have? Siege, machine, defense, that's universal, that's great. Honesty, reinforcing and defending. Not really, and then defending. Not really, but I guess I am gonna go with the set buff if I don't have anything else to contribute here. Honesty and rally and marching, defending and rally. Okay, guess I'm going with this. At least have that equip. Last one. Marching, that looks good to me. I'm not going to look any further. So now I have the honesty set. And I guess the most important one is really the 6 of 6 set, the 10%. So make sure you get the full set to help you out with that. If you have these upgraded in your offensive set, as you've seen in my previous video, I can link that for you guys, where I was talking about Blazon. So, yeah, make sure you have a Siege Blazon set available, and then let's go. Oh, next preparation, March preset. Let's see. Oh, I still have troops out. Where are you? You are coming home. Not quite home. Okay. I don't like leaving tiles unfinished, but once I finish the video, I'll go back on these tiles. So let's just come back home. This is all for education purposes. Don't like using speeds on stuff like this, but I'm just going to show you how this all works. Alright, the troops are coming home. Just going to wait for those to finish. Returned. Let's see if I have enough. Alright, I think this one I still have the preset that I want. No, this one. So the last one I'm going to use as an example, because that's how I set up all four in order to actually train 4 marches at the same time. I think I was able to actually train 8 generals at the same time. So this is still set up for general training on a sub-city. Go with the highest tier troop that you have for siege. I have T12 as the highest, and then I'm going to use T12, T11, T10. I think I used more than necessary, but only because I don't have higher tier troops. So in order to make sure that I can train 4 sets at the same time, what I did was, let's go back up here. How I go about it is I look at, since then I guess trained a little more, but when I had a little less, looked at how many I had. Let's say I have 60,000, and then I divide these by 4 because I have 4 march slots, and then put in that number or close to that number, and I guess in this case it was close to 10,000, so I did 10,000 and the same for the rest of the tiers. Generally, if you have more troops, more sieges available, you only need the top 4 sieges. So if, let's say you have T14, 13, 12, 11, that is plenty. Just divide your troops, your marches in 4, or your tiers in 4, in order to fill your march slots. So let's see, what do I have? I wish I could copy and paste. Come on, Evony. I'm just for training purposes, I'm only going to use 1 march slot, but I hope you get the point. Use the same numbers: 10,000, 41,000, 12,000, 11,000, and then 6, 1,500. That's all I used up until T6, I guess. Yeah. I would use the exact same numbers for this slot, this slot, and this slot. In your case, your numbers might look different, and also these numbers will only get me training on a purple sub at this point. But since I have trained a couple more T12, I might be able to train on a yellow. No, I don't think so. I think I need higher tiers. Yeah, so I will only train on a purple sub. I think for a gold sub you should have at least T13, if not T14s. Okay, so troops are selected, and then you want to select the generals that you want to train. If you don't have enough siege, what you want to do is you want to select your strongest general, and it kind of doesn't matter if it is a siege general or if it is, well, preferably a siege general, but sometimes your siege general is weaker than your strongest general that you have. I don't even know, does he have gear? Yeah, so I think this is my strongest general, so I would probably choose him if I didn't have enough siege in order to train my troops, and I guess we will see when I do it, because it's been a minute since I trained my generals here. Let's see. Okay, so I'm not going to use him. I'm going to use the generals that I want to train. Well, actually he can get trained. Here, let's use him. So he's going to be my main general. Of course, you always have to make sure that you can have a main general, so they need to have at least 3 stars. Let's select this guy, George Custer, and he cannot have an assistant because he doesn't have 3 stars. So, and I think they need to be a certain level as well. Is it 20? I don't even remember. But you'll see, like the hard stops that Evony will give you. Make sure that you have at least 3 gold stars, if not 5. You will need 5 eventually anyways. There are some generals that you don't need stars on, but you can always choose those as your assistants in a training march, you know. So, main, who do I want to train? I actually didn't really think about that, but that's okay. I have tons to train. As you can see, I have so many T1s. But this is the most important stuff that I'm training or looking into. These guys, they actually can get experience by joining monsters. Same with my Nathaniels, which those could use some leveling up. But I'm going to use a Queen Jindiok, so since they're only gathering. But it helps to increase their Monarch level for multiple reasons. Here we can actually look at that real quick. Increasing the Monarch level increases the multiplier right here. So you start, if you don't have any stars, you start at a lower level, and then you have the multipliers right here. And also with cultivation you get these numbers up, right? And here when you do the cultivation you see what these numbers actually will bring you. So for my Queen Jindiok, what is important to me would be probably the march speed. That would always help. But most important is the resource gathering speed, so the politics. So getting my Jindioks leveled up is always helpful for faster gathering speed. Okay, so I selected a Jindiok, have my pair. I'm not gonna attach any subsidies because I don't want troops to die unnecessarily. So I'll save that. And then let's go to a subsidy. Let's click that real quick. Alright. So this is actually a very nice setup. I'm gonna teleport here. And now I need to let go of the subsidy because I need to train on it. So I'm gonna let go of it, abandon it, okay. Now it's an NPC subsidy and I can train on it. However, before you start training, you need to fill your slots. You need to have all slots filled. Right now, I have 1 slot available, and if I attack this, I will take it back. So it's not really training, it's just taking it back. Yes, I did 1 training session, but I don't want to keep abandoning. Taking it back, abandoning, taking it back. So, in this case, I have another one close by. I'm going to take that. So slow. That's why March speed will help you. Okay, so I took this, filled all my slots. I don't need to put a general in there, it's really just a filler, right? Now I can train on the sub-city. Okay, let's do one session. See, I'm right there, right next to it, and it's still so slow. So March speed is, I guess, the best option for it. And with very few troops, as you saw, I probably can even go lower. I am not taking any wounded. And if I were to choose, here, let's add 1 T1. And it can be anything but siege in order to show you what I'm talking about. So let's say you're choosing your March slot that you use for monster joining, and you still have that 1 T1 sitting in there. And you add your sieges up top. Totally forgot that you have that T1 in there. And that is that troop that you will always lose, that you will keep losing. So anything but siege will die, and it is in the killed, right? It is not in the wounded or the deserters, so it is in the killed. It's gone forever. So make sure you use siege. Also, if you're doing this for the first time, or if you're upgrading from a purple sub or a blue sub to purple, from a purple to a gold sub, or a gold sub to a red sub, then always do one session, one attack, not one session, one attack, and look at your battle report. Because if you, I mean, it's kind of, you know, you go by trial and error, and that's in that case. If you have very few troops and you want to just give it a try and see if that works, always make sure that you don't have any killed, right? If I had selected all of my sieges and I was at 200,000 sieges or something, I would probably want to try and decrease the troop amount so that I can use more troop slots and train more generals. So, I don't even remember what level they were. Oh yeah, she was 30, he's 23. So, with every attack, you gain experience. And it really is just is a free leveling of your generals, because you're not using any EXP books. The only thing that you're using, I guess, is time. It takes forever. But the more sieges you have, the higher you can go on the subs. If you have a red sub on your server, and your server is a peaceful server and you trust each other, ask the owner if you can train on it, even if they're not in your alliance. Ask them to train on it if you can. That would be extremely helpful, because with one attack you can level from level 1 to level, I think, 22 in one hit. Let's look at, I'm probably gonna, oh Jesus. Let's go on here. Let's look at, okay, let's see it here. No. Okay. I don't know if I see it well enough, but I can also do a couple of attacks to maybe make it more apparent. I need quite a few hits in order to level him up. Currently, we're almost at 450,000, and I need to get to 5.6 million. That's a lot of attacks. Downside of being a small keep, if you don't have the high enough troops in order to train on a gold city or a red city, then you have to, you know, grind on a purple city, or even smaller. But also your Monarch level is not high enough in order for you to needing to train a lot. Like, if your Monarch level is, let's say, 40, 41, 42, something like that, it takes a long time, even on a red sub. So, let's look at Marcus Agrippa again. Remember, I was at 449, now I'm 922. So yeah, with one hit you can see. So you level it up with every single hit, and you do it for free, besides time. But if you're not losing any troops, you just keep doing this. And that's exactly why I said it's really helpful to fill all of your 4 slots with a march that can do this without any wounded. I mean, that's why I divided it by 4, and I can do it with very few troops, right? So make sure you fill all the slots, fill all these, all the top generals with generals that you want to train, and so on, right? These all need training, and all of this would be siege. And then you have 4 slots, and just keep training 4 times, and then you can go through it a lot faster. So if I were to do a real training session, I would not do anything else. I wouldn't join any monsters, even if I was close enough. I really would just do attack, choose my march, click on it again, choose my march, would be going, attack, choose my march, attack, choose my march. And if you have, so of course I didn't send them because they were not set up, right? Only that one march, that one. Let's say we attacked with all of our marches up here, and you kind of rotate through all 4, and you come back. By the time, hopefully your march is fast enough, by the time you get back to the first one that you sent out, your general and your troops will be back. Like, that entire march will be back, and you can send it back out. That's why, if you have 4 or 5 march slots, that's plenty of time. I think 4 is like the minimum. If you do it with 3, you have to kind of wait a little bit until you can send the third one out, the third one out, or the first one out again after the third one. So I think 4 is actually a really good number. So make sure you set up all your marches with a training march. So I hope this helped. Takes a lot of time. Just you have to dedicate some time to it. Here you see my march is not back. You have to dedicate some time to training. You have to sacrifice monster hunting, gathering, or anything, and just train. But it really is really important to upgrade all your generals to your Monarch level. As you can see, my Monarch is at level 32, and I think the highest my generals right now are 30, like in here. So that's the last time that I did some training. Got them all to level 30, to the highest when I was a Monarch 30. So I guess I need to do some training. Well, I'm going to cut it off here, guys. I hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions, if anything was unclear, ask questions in the comments. Or if you're in my alliance, you can ask in chat or in Whisper, and I can try and help you out. I hope this helped you guys, because I've tried to teach this in the alliance chat, and sometimes it seems unclear, or I guess video is always a little more helpful. You have the visual, and you don't have to type as much. So hopefully this helped. Yeah, like, subscribe, leave some comments, questions, concerns, anything that you like. I will see you guys in the next round.